Tony's Tech Tip Tuesday.
What's poppin', mother suckers? Ow! Welcome to another episode of Tony Tech Tip Tuesday. Woo! All right, I got a good one for you, britches. Having issues with your LS power steering system? Huh? Is it jerking when you hit the wheel? Or maybe it's leaking from the power steering pump, and you don't know what's causing it. Everything is sealed and it's still leaking. Or when you turn the wheel, your ratio's too fast, or is it jittery. Well, guess what? There may be a reason. This may be the reason. Bam! 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 This may be the reason. When you're using a LS power steering pump, this one's the C6 Corvette that I'm putting on my application. They're rated for a lot of pressure. These mother suckers is rated for 1,350 PSI. Now I'm using a Mustang rack and pin on my vehicle, and that only requires 1,000. Some power steering, whether you got the old school gearbox or whatever you're using, it might require like 800 PSI. So just imagine 1,350 trying to go into 8. Now, I ain't that good with math, but that equates to some problems. So Bergenson has this power steering pressure reducer kit. And when you open it up, boom, it gives you a little instructions. Like I just explained, 1,350 is what it's rated at. And what you do is they have a chart here that you can follow. Again, Mustang rack and pin should have 1,000 PSI. And they have shims. These little dudes. Where them little dudes at? Come here, little dude. Bam. I'm using 3 already, but you use, the kit comes with 5 shims, and it'll take your PSI all the way down to 700. So what you do is you can get on actually Dirty Dingo, because that's where I got the kit from. You go to Dirty Dingo's website, and they have the chart that says, hey, if I'm using this style gearbox or rack and pin from this vehicle, I should have this much PSI, which means I need to use 1 shim or 4 shims or whatever. So the way you do it, I'll be real quick with you guys. I kind of took this apart already, but it's super easy. So you just unbolt the high pressure bolt. You unbolt it, boom. And when you unbolt the high pressure bolt, this flow valve will come out. I had to kind of like push it a couple times. I had to push it real good, because it was stuck. And then I finally was able to remove it. So what you do is you bring it out. It has a spring. And I started to put this back together, but again, I just want to show everybody this is a good tech tip. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this flow valve in the vise, but they also give you this little sleeve so that when you put it in your vise, you don't scratch this, because if you scratch this, it can cause issues. It can cause you some drivability issues with your power steering pump. So you put it in your vise, boom, and then tighten it down. And when you tighten it, you put it in your vise, sorry for that. You put it in your vise, you tighten it down. And when you tighten it down, you start to loosen this guy up. And when you loosen that up, you are left with, let's see, hold on. Look, mine, no hands. One hand, hold on. All right, might have to edit this a little bit, hold on. All right, now it's important when you do this on the vise that this flow valve sticks up, because you see that inside there? Little check balls, baby. You don't want them to come out, because you're gonna have to put it back together. That causes issues. But you take this little bolt here, you can see it has a little screen in it. to allow the fluid to pass through it. I must be a rapper. I let the fluid pass through it. Baby, baby. So it allows the fluid to pass through it. And as you see, I practice what I preach. I got 3 shims. So that's going to take this power steering pump from 1350 to 1000. And then all I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to screw this back in here. Just use your imagination, okay? Y'all use your imagination, all right? But I'm screw this back in, put that in this sleeve, put it on the vise, tighten it down. Once it's tight, once it's tight, I'm just going to insert that back with the spring on top like this. Put that doohickey in there like that, right? And then mine's is brand new, so I don't need to replace this O-ring, but they give you one in case you have a power steering pump that's aged. You can swap out the O-ring, and then you just screw this back in. And then there you go, again, because some people have issues. I thought this was a pretty dope little tech tip. I want to share with all you mother suckers, all you britches out there. So I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you mother suckers on the next Tony Tech Tip Tuesday.